You're listening to the Time to Level Up podcast. I'm your host, business life coach Andrea Liebross. I help women in business commit to their own growth personally and professionally. Each week, I'll bring you strategies to help you think clearly, gain confidence, make your time productive, turn every obstacle into an opportunity, and finally overcome the overwhelm so that you can make money and manage life. Let's create a plan so you have a profitable business, successful career, and best of all, live with unapologetic ambition. Are you ready to drop the drama and figure out the how in order to reach your goals? You're in the right place. It's time to level up. Let's do this. Hello, my friends, and welcome back to the podcast. It is episode 38. Can you believe we're at 38? It's crazy. So I am doing a little batch recording today. And if you listen to episode 36, I just recorded that prior to this one, and I'm on a roll. So I decided to keep going. And it's summer, and this is a great way for me to manage my energy versus managing my time by recording 2 podcasts in a row. And I'm about to leave on a vacation in a couple days. We're going to go to Big Sky, Montana, which I am looking forward to telling you all about when I get back. So I decided to record these 2 podcasts right in a row. And last time we were on, we were talking about the importance of having a vision and doing a deep dive VIP day like my client Sherry did. And so today I want to share with you another testimonial, another client who did a deep dive VIP day. I want you to hear what she had to say about her deep dive VIP day and what it meant for her, because with her, she's coming at it from a totally different place. She's a totally different person. And what we did with her, again, we created a vision and then we created a plan with some tangible steps. But I want you to hear what she had to say in her own words. So here it goes. This is Sandy. So Sandy said, I worked with Andrea when I launched my new career, and we built a solid foundation and I achieved great success. I felt that I had all the tools to be successful. And so this is just side note, I'm putting this in here. So Sandy and I worked together for probably 9 months or so when she launched her business, and then we took a little break. However, she reached back out and she said, as the market changed and I had the desire to elevate and grow my business, I began to notice something was missing. I had a vision, but my wheels began to spin again. I started to question myself, and my actions were a bit scattered and lacked the focus and intent they needed. I was ready for a revisit of the vision and a closer look. Andrea was my first call, and I went all in on the deep dive. Wow, what an experience. It confirmed that I had a vision and the ability to go to the next level. What I needed was the time to evaluate the vision, evaluate where I had been, think about where I wanted to grow and go, and create the path forward. During this process, we were able to create the 2.0 version and vision of my business. And now I have the clarity, goals, and direction to move forward. The deep dive experience has given me the confidence and the ability to see what is possible. I'm excited to tackle new goals, challenges, and experiences. And most importantly, the deep dive reignited my passion for life and the business that I love. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah, so we kind of created the 2.0 version, the 2.0 vision. And it was just a tweak from the 1.0, but it needed a revisit. And then it needed a new plan and new actions to make it a reality. So today, what I want to talk to you about is this vision as the secret sauce and how you actually create a vision. Okay, so here we go. So this vision is what I call the secret sauce to all of what I do. So when someone says, hey, I want to be more productive, I want to be more efficient, I want to grow, I want to start something, I want to stop something, I don't have enough time, I'm overwhelmed, I often go back to what's your vision? What's your vision? And most of the time, like I've said, people are like, well, they're not. It's kind of a fuzzy vision. They've got a fuzzy vision. But vision can give us clarity. Okay, so here's how we do it. There's 4 steps. Number 1, the first step is to get clear. To get clear. So that means you have to set aside the how. You have to set aside the how of all of this. That'll be our next podcast. You need to set aside the how, because when you get stuck in this how, it really is debilitating. Okay. And what happens is if you start to think about the how, it's going to feel heavy. You might decide, oh my gosh, to make this vision a reality, it's going to take more people and more time, and it's going to be tough. And I don't have the money to do it. And I don't even have the time. And then you can't see past the how, and you discount the value of the vision. So I always say we're not going to talk about the how right now. We're going to just believe that the time and money and people, they will come. If you get clear, you will figure out the how. The most important thing is not the how, it's the clarity of the vision. It's finishing that Monet. Because if you knew that you couldn't fail, would that help you in creating the vision? If you knew that your vision was guaranteed to come to life, would that help? Totally. It would help you create the vision. Then you wouldn't be worrying about the failures. So number 1 is don't worry about the how. Don't worry about the fail. Just get clear and dream big. Dream big. So here's another thing to think about. What do I mean by dream big? One client got scared last week when I said, hey, I think we need to dream big. She just again thought, I don't know about dreaming big. So I want you to think about Oprah. Okay, this is what I said to her. Think about Oprah. Okay, Oprah's big, right? So think about Oprah. Everything Oprah is doing right now is aligned with her vision. And when you are thinking big and when you're aligned with your vision, you're not afraid to ask questions. You're not afraid to ask for the favor. Do you think Oprah hesitates when she calls someone and says, hey, will you be on my O network? Can I interview you? No, she is not hesitating because she's dreaming big. Do you think she's hesitating when she decides to spend money on the Fast Pass versus waiting in line? No, because the Fast Pass aligns with her vision of getting through Disney World faster. Do you think she's hesitating when she calls in the personal chef to make her meals? No, because she has a vision of eating a certain way so she can look a certain way. Although I guess now she's using Weight Watchers. But think about it. She's not stuck in the how. She is just thinking about creating the vision. She has a clear vision and she's making it come alive by thinking big. So think big, forget about the how, get clear. That's number 1. Now, number 2 is you need to access your future self. So number 2 is accessing your future self. Go to that future person, that future you, 3 to 5 to 10 years from now. Mentally transport yourself there and use your senses. What does it look like? What does it sound like? What does it smell like? What does it feel like? Use your senses and describe to yourself what that future self is doing, is feeling, is hearing, is smelling, is tasting. It's going to give meaning to you as you create your vision. And when you can give meaning to something, it's going to change the culture of your work. It's going to change the culture of your business, of your team. It gives meaning, right? And it combats what I call the worrying ahead of time. Because think about your team or think about you. Oh my gosh, what's going to happen if this? If this happens, how will it affect us? If this happens, How will it affect us? We don't need to worry about that. It combats the worrying ahead of time if we can access our future self and get clear on what that looks like, and then know the how will come. Again, the how will come. So number 2 is access your future self. Then number 3 in creating the vision is record what you see. So this is a lot of the work we do in the deep dive. We are recording what you are seeing. We are brain dumping out what you're seeing. We're not brain dumping out finished work. It's more of like brain dumping out bullet points versus a whole narrative. It's getting things out of your head and it's getting it on paper. We are not creating a vision statement, but a vision, the vision we're creating is way more robust. It's bigger. It's the whole painting. It's not just a statement. So in a deep dive day, when we take that time, when we give ourselves the space, we can get it out on paper and it can be big. It can be Oprah's Think Big. Okay? And I always encourage people to write things in the present tense. When we write things in the present tense, it feels more real. It feels more doable. It makes things a reality, right? I am meeting with 100 women each month to coach them. I am traveling to all 50 states. I am able to work from anywhere. I am spending time with my kids and my husband. I am living in the new house we're building. Okay? Write it in the present tense because it really makes it feel doable. It makes it a reality. So, number 3, record what you see in the present tense, maybe in bullet point form versus a story. And then number 4 in creating your vision is to let it kind of simmer. I say you're going to go out into the world. So after our time together on a deep dive VIP day, what happens is that I say, go out into the world. Start putting this into action. Feel it. See what's working. See what's not working. And then we come back together about 30 days later, no more. And we evaluate and we hone and we tweak that vision. Because usually that first pass, we get it right, but we can make it better. So we give ourselves the opportunity to make it better. So let it simmer, let it marinate. Put it in the refrigerator in a Ziploc bag, right? Let it come back to it. And then revise. So how I kind of do my vision is just like this. I set aside the how. I get some clarity on what the picture looks like. And a lot of times that involves me asking myself a lot of questions. It involves me asking my clients a lot of questions before they even enter the room for the deep dive VIP day, the real room or the Zoom room. And then next part is that we go to that future self. We use our 5 senses. We see what it looks like, feels like, tastes like, sounds like, smells like. Okay, which helps us give meaning to things, and it combats our worrying ahead of time. And then we record it. We recognize that it's not finished work the first go round. It's almost there, but not quite finished. And then we let it simmer and marinate, and we come back to it, and we evaluate and hone it. And this is what I call a high value cycle. Okay, so when you're doing any kind of work, picture a clock and you start at 12 o'clock and then the minutes start to chip away. And by 3 o'clock, you've got something. And then you go out into the world between 3 and 6 o'clock on the clock and you put it into action. And then when we come back together at 6 o'clock, we evaluate it and hone it. We don't just throw it out the window and go back to 12. We evaluate and hone it and we keep moving around the clock. And then we get to 9 and we evaluate and hone again. And then we get to 12 and we evaluate and hone again. And it just your vision keeps getting better and better and better. That's a high value cycle versus what my client said when she said, I think I'm just going to meet the goal and have to create a new one. No, this isn't about goals. This is about a vision. And this is about you just getting your vision, making it better and better and better. So, coach with me. Imagine you have got your vision down on paper. Imagine you are planning your weeks, your days, your hours. Imagine using that vision as a tool to guide what you are doing on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis. Imagine you having a team that is aligned with your vision. Imagine that alignment creating engagement. Everybody is engaged. Everybody is all in. Imagine that this vision is the cure to you feeling overwhelmed. Imagine that this vision is the cure to you feeling like your team is not on the same page. Imagine that this vision is the key to future growth, because we can't be aligned unless there's something to align with. We can't be engaged unless there's something to be engaged with. So imagine that this vision is the key. It's the foundation. It's the framework to all of this. And a vision gives you that goodness to plan. It stops you just doing, being productive without moving the needle forward. It eliminates that. It creates productivity that does move the needle forward because you have done the thinking behind the doing. Too often we just get stuck in the doing without the thinking, and having a vision gives you that excitement and energy so that you can have a vision that is linked to execution. We link a vision to a strategy, to execution. That's the amazingness piece of this, the amazing piece of this. This vision, then, it gets linked to your strategy and execution. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. It is brilliant. So, as I always do, I'm inviting you to join me on a deep dive VIP day. I'm inviting you to have me as your coach for a day. This type of work is for women who want to move forward with deliberate direction. This is the kind of work that's those paintbrushes flying across the room. It's getting passionate about your ideas. It was like Sandy said, by doing this, it recreated the passion she has in her business. This is about you spending the time. It is time well spent building a real concrete vision and plan that you can refer to for the months ahead. So, how would having a vision change things for you? What would you be doing if you had the vision? What would you not be doing if you had the vision? Where would you be? Would you be in a different place than you are now? What would be the obstacles that might get in your way that you could now decide whether or not they were obstacles or opportunities? How would you be using your time? Who would you be spending your time with? So I invite you to reach out and let's chat. I'm here to help you. If you want to take your work and yourself to that next level, let's have a vision. And you can do this on your own as well. Sometimes I think it's harder, but you can do it. You're capable. But the vision is the secret sauce to living a deliberate and intentional life. The vision is the joining of the work that I do with my clients that joins both the mindset work and the systems and strategy work. It is the glue that holds all of this together. Okay, my friends, have a great week. Enjoy your summer with your family and friends, and think about what your Monet painting garden looks like. What would you like your vision of the next coming school year to look like? All right, have a great week. Talk to you next time. Thanks for tuning in to today's show. If you're ready to commit to personal and professional growth, move forward, make money, and manage life, head to AndreaLiebross.com. That's AndreaLiebross.com to find out about the ways we can work together. Until next time, go level up.